Last month, Carlos Pena filed a bogus claim of harassment by Sandy Chadee and me. And how do I know that it's bogus? Because we're standing at the police station when it happened, or when it allegedly happened, and he said nothing.
And if you try to leave, I'm going to arrest you.
I'm not leaving to go anywhere.
Really, officer? Whoa, she got to flee on foot wearing these? Come on. Why is there so much focus on her and not on him? It doesn't make any sense. This is the guy who didn't pay his bills. This is the guy who was arrested last week. But everything she does is magnified. And everything he does is like he's Teflon Don. Why is that?
He was late for coming for
This is, you see this? This is for you to show
I
off?
have no problem with,
Okay.
with accepting service. I served him with papers last week,
fine.
and he assaulted a few police officers, and he was arrested here.
Whatever
just on
happened then,
September the 1st.
happened then.
I just want to find out if you were arrested last week, sir, and if you'll be facing trial or charges for that. Facing trial on charges or anything, sir? Were you arrested last week?
You still have liquor on your breath. I just walked in there, and you had liquor on your breath.
I have candy in my mouth.
No, you don't have candy.
You got
Were you ordered to pay child support, Mr. Pena?
We're still investigating exactly what this woman's role is, but Carlos Pena's mother sent her along for the ride this week after he was allegedly arrested last week at the 72nd Precinct.
So his mother asked you to take a ride with him?
Yeah, his mother said that he couldn't come here alone. I don't know.
Revealed a very disturbing incident to me by detail, specific detail, which would amount to incest between Carlos Pena and his mother, Maria Pena.
What did he say?
He said in specific, my son actually was a little over 4.5 years at the time, and he started fondling my breasts one morning. And then when I asked him basically what he was doing, his first words to me was, "Daddy does this to Grandma."
Carlos Pena, did you actually file a complaint against me for harassment? Sir, were you arrested on September 1st? Who are you?
I'm Maria Pena.
Hi, Maria. I'm Chris King.
You want to shake my hand?
Sure.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Listen, I know that you're a reporter,
Yes,
but I think that you ought to look at both sides first.
I am. I just want to know, was your son arrested on September 1st, ma'am?
He's a very sweet man, and you should get to know him.
Well, he didn't speak to me. I tried.
Listen, she always picks nice guys.
Uh-huh. Well, you know, I heard he was intrinsically violent. That's all I could go with.
Because you heard it from a one-sided person.
I see. But what about the arrest on September 1st? Was he being a nice guy that day?
Didn't your mother ever teach you that there are at least two sides to every story? You should listen to your mother.
I do this with my mother, and that's why I'm trying to find out both sides, ma'am. It's hard to find out both sides if he won't answer a question, isn't it? Hey, are you RIta Kaufman? Ma'am? Are you RIta Kaufman?
Oh, that's definitely RIta Kaufman, and she definitely doesn't want to talk to me about any of this. Now, what's interesting is that Ms. Kaufman was the named defendant in the lawsuit against Judge Debra Silber, but she was dismissed, but the court never even addressed anything about Ms. Kaufman. It was just like court basically saying to Ms. Chadee, just get the hell out of here. We don't want to deal with you. And that's how these courts are these days. And they're also giving her a hard time because she's not married yet to this man. But yet, in fact, I know the father has liaisons with women, and it's no big deal. Okay, so why is she open to so much scrutiny?
They didn't let you speak? Hardly.
No, they did not let me speak. They listening to the father's petition, one petition that he filed on something ridiculous that I applied for medical coverage for my child. That's a violation of the order? That I apply for medical coverage when he is the one that has sole custody now, and he's in the absence of not having medical insurance for my son? And he's considered to be the fit father that I lost my son over?
Let's return briefly to Attorney Kaufman. She's supposed to have the best interest of the child at heart, but really she has the best interest of the system at heart and covering up for its deficiencies and corruption. She's happy with the notion that if I were to stop posting about this case on my journals, and if Ms. Chadee was to stop talking about this case publicly, then she could have her full visitation back. But the point is, we're not doing that because the visitation was inappropriately taken in the first place pursuant to this.
I understand that Mr. Pena has filed a complaint against you and me, I guess, as far as my coverage of this. As
Yes.
far as your activity, what is it? What's this all about?
On September 11th, Carlos Pena filed a family offense petition, and it states that the most recent incident was on September 7th of 2012 at the 72nd Precinct. He states that the petitioner states that the respondent verbally attacked, threatened, and harassed him and his neighbor with the assistance of Christopher King, who was filming the petitioner. This occurred at the precinct while the petitioner was picking up the child.
Interesting. Now, there were police all around us at that time, weren't there?
Yes, there were.
And did you at any point in time see Mr. Pena ask the police for assistance?
No, he absolutely did not even once.
Grandma. And in short, there were many details, but it was just too logical and coherent. What a 4.5-year-old would state to his mother that he saw Daddy fondling his mommy's breast, and then I said, well, did anyone see you? And he said, yes, Grandma saw me. And what did you do when Grandma saw you? Grandma punched Daddy in the face. And then I said, and what happened? Daddy punched Grandma here. He showed in the chest. And I asked him, wasn't he afraid? He said, no, Mommy, I was a brave boy. I was a brave boy. And I asked him what happened. He said, Grandma told me to get out right now, because I guess it was, according to what he stated later on, it was in the grandmother's house upstate.
Gotcha.
And there's more details, basically, that my son revealed that he was very angry. He was very angry, and that he actually felt like hurting someone, and he pulled my hair, and I said, who did you want to do that to? He said, I felt like doing that to Grandma.
Do you have any idea whether the judge would circumscribe your First Amendment right to discuss religion with your son?
According to her 58-page decision, what she stated directly in there, she quoted several times Jehovah's Witnesses as an organization are against the gay lesbian community, and her being a gay lesbian activist and a former board member of Lambda, I'm assuming that this is offensive to her, and she's allowed her personal feelings and her personal opinions to sway her decision that she made in taking my son away.
So then, Ms. Kaufman, we are not going to pimp out our First Amendment rights to get the visitation rights that Ms. Chadee should have had in the first place. She should have had custody. Anyway, here's what's going on. I'm going to watch this thing develop and watch him try to prove any sort of harassment, because the keeper of grounds yesterday specifically held that what I was doing was not illegal or harassing. So there you go.